Hey everybody, it's Mr. Haskell, and I'm back with more things you should know by being alive, presidential edition. And today I want to talk about one of my favorite presidents, William Howard Taft. And who was William Howard Taft? He was the 27th president. He served from 1909 to 1913. He was a one-term president. He later became Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, a position he held from 1921 to 1930. And he's the only person to actually hold both offices. The office of Chief Justice was something he really aspired to and really had ambition for. He really preferred law over politics, but was really pushed into the presidency by his friend Theodore Roosevelt. And while he served as president, he longed to serve on the Supreme Court. But as president, Taft was cautious. He was a by-the-book kind of leader. He wasn't flashy at all like Roosevelt, but some things to his credit, or that could go on his resume, I guess. He busted more trusts than TR, over 90 different trusts. He strengthened the Interstate Commerce Commission. He's responsible for putting support and convincing Congress to push out the 16th Amendment to the Constitution, which would be ratified after he was out of office, which would allow the federal government to collect the income tax rather than relying on tariffs to fund the government. He signed the Payne-Aldrich Tariff, which disappointed a lot of progressives. He expanded civil service reform, and he was behind a lot of improvements in the U.S. postal system. But he lacked Roosevelt's charisma, and as a result, he and TR began to experience some tension while he was president because of their differences just in their demeanors. So eventually, Teddy Roosevelt, well, he really expected Taft to kind of follow in his own activist footsteps, and Taft was more conservative than Roosevelt's activist kind of mode, right? And so when Taft fired Gifford Pinchot, a Roosevelt ally, it broke their relationship. And in 1912, Roosevelt, feeling quite petty, runs against Taft and his re-election effort under the Progressive Party, or the Bull Moose Party, which split the GOP vote and handed the election over to Woodrow Wilson. Now, like I said earlier in the video here, Taft didn't enjoy being president. His dream job was that of serving on the Supreme Court. In 1921, President Harding appointed Taft as Chief Justice, and this is where Taft was able to thrive. He was responsible for the modernization of the federal court system. He advocated for the Judiciary Act of 1925, which gave the court more control over its docket, and he oversaw the construction of the modern U.S. Supreme Court building in Washington, D.C. Some fun facts about Taft. Taft did weigh over 300 pounds and is often remembered for getting stuck in a bathtub, which is completely inaccurate. Now, while he was in the White House, a new bathtub was installed, which was larger, and it wasn't because he got stuck in the previous model. He installed the first White House Oval Office for the president's daily business, and he called being Chief Justice of the Supreme Court the greatest honor of his life. So the bottom line, or the TLDR, on William Howard Taft: he was handpicked by Teddy Roosevelt and later became his rival. He was a serious trustbuster. He lost re-election due to a split of the GOP vote. He's the only president to become Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, and he loved law more than politics. All right. Thanks for watching.